Hi everyone, I'm Vinod and welcome to Career Bolt. So one common question from students is, how do I improve my extracurricular activities and which extracurricular activity should I focus on? So that's where we're going to spend time today talking about it. So first thing first, look at college as a way to gain a lot of technical skills and internships as a way of gaining some real life business skills. So what you will learn through this entire process of attending college is that you also need to gain some amount of communication skills and also business skills. And that can be done in multiple ways. You can work with professors on projects and get something out. You can also work on positions of responsibilities from within the university. For example, if you're studying at IITs, they have a lot of positions like cultural secretary, like hostel secretary, like mess secretary. There is a career development center where you assist the career development center, the placement secretary. There's just a bunch of options out there. And there's always a mad scramble by students to get to these positions. The feeling typically is that once you get into these positions of responsibility, your chances of getting into some of the top companies would increase dramatically. I would really want to say that is the furthest from the truth. The real truth is that not every company cares about extracurricular activities. So there are some companies which do care. For example, I'm talking about consulting companies, I'm talking about finance companies. They absolutely care about extracurricular activities because the key reason being that in terms of technical skills, they're open to almost every branch. They don't care which branch you're from. You could be from computer science, you could be from chemical engineering, you could be from civil engineering, you could be from mining engineering or naval architecture. They just don't care. All they want you to have is a good amount of business skills and also a good amount of communication skills. And they feel that some of these skills will be there in people who have taken up positions of responsibilities. So if you want to target some of the top consulting companies, finance companies, yes, the positions of responsibilities can definitely help you. The more responsibility you have, for example, if you conducted the college cultural festival, if you're the head of the team which put together the entire cultural festival, or for example, you worked in the career development center, you worked with the international affairs team, if you worked with alumni from that IIT, all these definitely will make you count. The most important being the cultural secretary, the student secretary, the general affairs secretary, the placement secretary. These things are really important. But the same to a lot of companies don't care. For example, if you look at any engineering company, any core engineering company, they don't really care about your extracurriculars. All they want to know is, do you have the right technical skills and will you be a good fit for their company? That's all they care about. Likewise, if you're looking at jobs in computer science, data analytics, they just don't care what you did outside your education in terms of did you do something different? All they care about is, do you have the right coding skills? Do you have the right data structures and algorithm skills? Do you have the right data analysis skills and so on? They just don't want to look at your holistic profile. It could help you a little bit, but it's just a waste of time. If you had a choice, for example, if you want to get into a very good job in data analytics, you have a choice between doing some work as in a position of responsibility versus spending time learning some code, maybe going on lead code, or going to HackerRank. I would highly recommend that you go to HackerRank or lead code if you want to get a job in computer science or data analytics. It's just not worth it for you to spend time unless you want to get into consulting or in finance, that you are in these positions of responsibilities. One big blunder made by the students who undertake these positions of responsibility is that they do not talk about what impact they created. So today I did a workshop for IIT Roorkee and talked to students about resume prep and also about interview prep. And I did review a couple of resumes, and the common thread I always found is that most students talked about the fact that I joined a team, I was leading a group of 4 people, and they just stopped there. But most recruiters want to know, what did you do? What did you focus on? Where did you spend your time? So that's where they want to get more information. Ideally, you should be spending time in terms of what are the actions you took. What did you do differently from the previous year? And how much impact you generated in terms of maybe a couple of lakhs of savings, the number of people you reached out, the number of engagement events you managed to put in place. It could be the number of people who gave you excellent feedback. It could be some productivity increase over last year. It could be some efficiencies you gained from the previous year. It could be maybe coming with a smaller number of people and getting more work done. So you have to put some metric and talk about the percentage increase, an impact in terms of engagement, in terms of evaluations from students. And there should be something to make a case in terms of that you did do a good job. Anyone can occupy a position, but it's very difficult for people to do a good job. And that good job cannot be you telling that you did a good job. It should be objective feedback that you did a good job. So consider carefully if you really want to spend time in these positions of responsibilities. I know, for example, when I was in IIT Bombay, or when I've seen folks at IIT Madras and other places where you spend a lot of time trying to get to be the sports secretary, the mess secretary, the general affairs secretary. I just think these things are a little bit of a waste of time unless you really want to get into some of the top consulting jobs. And that's where these things really count. So hopefully I answered some of your questions. If you have other questions, let me know in the comments below. I'd be happy to take it up. Till next time, folks. Cheers and bye-bye.